Hi, I'm Richard Karn. Did you know that in this great country, over 3 million people are temporarily homeless each year? Over 1 million are children.
A lot of people who don't know about the homeless issue, they have this idea that these are just bums that have dropped out of society. They don't want to work, they've never worked. It's so far from the truth. Sometimes people are transitionally homeless because they lost their job. Sometimes they might be transitionally homeless because of an injury, and if they can just get through that healing period, they can move out of homelessness and get back into work. Sometimes they might be transitionally homeless because of domestic violence.
When you grow up in a home where you see this abuse, this fight, and you don't think about it, you don't think it's wrong, you think it's just your normal home, and you go to this place where there's so much love and warmth. I don't think I would be here today, or that my mother would be alive if it weren't for these shelters and these programs.
To see little kids playing, in a yard that's part of a place that we provide so that people don't have to sleep in their cars has a remarkable impact on people.
You are taking the building industry, the experts in building housing, and you're coupling it with the nonprofits who are on the front lines providing those desperately needed services.
HomeAid is people who want to do good works, making things happen. It's not a government program, it's not a bureaucracy. It was bound to succeed because the people who began it were themselves successful.
We've had an experience of going back to a trade contractor and asking him for a monetary contribution for something, and basically turned us down. And then we went back 6 months later and said, we know you turned us down for that $500, but could you wire this house for us? He was an electrician. So, oh yeah, no problem, glad to do it. And he installed $6,000 worth of wiring, although he was unwilling to give us $500 in cash.
And that's when we had the aha. That's when we knew, okay, this is what HomeAid is all about. The talents of our people, creating safe places in which people can now live and get back on their feet.
HomeAid has been really life transforming. It started out as a business venture and really turned into a life's work. And I am convinced it is the best thing that the home building industry has ever done.
What we're doing is we're not just improving the circumstances of the family that we see in front of us, but potentially the children and grandchildren yet unborn.
HomeAid is building hope and homes for America's homeless, but they can only do so much. There are far more people in need than current resources can handle. That's why I'm asking you to help make the difference by giving generously to HomeAid today.